Last week on Pokemon Cooked League, the Turtonators picked themselves their first win on the board against their Inner Beauty Bruxious with the tricks up of his Surf Etch's sleeve, while the Marvellous Mollux couldn't handle the cold the Ironheart Iron Hands of level 9 Tails brought. Both these trainers have work to do to earn a playoff spot. Who will take a step toward that? Welcome to our first match of week 4. We have the Turtonators versus the Marvellous Mollux. Looking on the Marvellous Mollux side, I think Quagsire is in a very good position to do very well this game. A combination of water and ground stab can hit everything. I know, okay, that's a lot. It can hit a bunch of things for at least neutral for super effective. Water hits the Crocodile, and ground can threaten the Archaludon, but these rain boosted moves can be used. The rain can be used against the Turtonators, and not only that, if the ability of Water Absorb is the one that is being brought here, you can like help slow down, like you can be a problem, like that can be a hard counter to like a vicious rend in a certain slot, so that can definitely be a scary mon here. And let's see, on I do think the speaking of the Dracovish, there's maybe some slight problems for it, which is like the Dragonite E-Speed and the Quagsire Water Absorb. But the thing with the what you can just target, if the Quagsire is out, you can just target the non-water absorb slot. But there's nothing that naturally outspeeds it. I don't even know if okay. Dragonite does, and it has extreme speed, but like this could like there's like a decent chance this isn't even Choice Scarf, and like you can be greedy and run Choice Band, and like instead of speed most things, like a rain boosted Choice Band boosted Vicious Ren like threatens so much here. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting how to see how to play around Amon that can be as dangerous as an Okoing machine. Alright, let's start. Alright. I didn't talk about leads. Starting Pelipper, I have no issues with it. I think it's very safe here. No easy way to change the weather. Get some stuff starting. Crocodile with it. I trying to think what that's trying to cover. Pelipper probably doesn't like Reuniclus the most. It's just so because that mon's so specially bulky. And Crocodile does actually cover the Reuniclus with dark coverage, so this lead makes a lot of sense to me. Getting the Quagsire out early, it's both good and bad. It's good because you can make sure you can start making use of your own water boosted water type attacks. But if like a Dracovish comes in later or the Quagsire faints, then like I'm very worried about what this Dracovish can do. With the Golem, let's see, the Quagsire is it's just scared of the move Hidden Power Grass, and I don't think the well, the Golem does cover Pelipper very well. Well, okay, very well is not the greatest term I'd use, not the most accurate term, but you know, you can like be sturdy, take a hit, and then like hit with a super effective move here. But because it's so slow, you may just get doubled. But it forces him to have to double, so there's definitely some value to that. Alright. We're getting Stealth Rocks up, trying to punish the multi-scale of the Dragonite, but as the same turn that the rocks come up is the same turn that the Dragonite comes in. So Stealth Rocks are not going to be breaking multi-scale, at least for now. And the Yawn makes it so that the Crocodile has to choose a hard decision whether to switch or not. This turn actually ended up very well for the Marvellous Mollux. You got the Dragonite in a fairly safe spot where the Crocodile has to make an awkward decision. Pelipper does learn Ice Beam. I'm not sure if it has it right now. It could. Or like where you're like your three attack for attack, which is your three attacks being Hurricane, some water type move, probably Weather Ball, and Ice Beam. So definitely something to worry about, but since you have the multi-scale and Pelipper is not a strong one to begin with, it can eat one Ice Beam. At least okay. Especially if you Terra, but tearing this early, always a bit dicey. A lot of ball game left, as we say. Alright, and this looks, and we have a more supportive, looks like we have a support Dragonite with the Tailwind, not much of a Dragon Dance set. Better. But that doesn't mean Dragonite can't put up some offensive value here. We are Citrus Berry. Ice Beam. Yet doesn't do that much. It eats it fairly well. And switching the Archaludon here, definitely a scary thing to do in front of a ground type. You know, any attack. Yeah, but ends up getting away with it with the trying to surprise it with a Hidden Power Electric. Unfortunately, Quagsire's offensive output on the special side, I mean, even on the physical side, it's just not that good. And Hidden Power is not a weak move, so it looks like he's going to need 2 more attacks to KO the Pelipper. Unless the Dragonite has, like, Thunder Punch, then you can use the Dragonite to finish that off. And then the Quagsire can do something like a Ground-type move. Yeah. I do wonder how fast he's made the rest of his Mons. Because Tailwind with a team like this slow, they might still be slower than a decent amount of Mons here. It's like a bit concerning here. Like, is a double boosted speed Quagsire faster than like Crocodile? I don't know. It's definitely depends on how greedy each player made these teams. Fire Punch. That is not the... Okay, yeah. Fire Punch in the rain. I can't say I'm a fan of having that as a move. You know, Fire Punch only can really hit one Mon. Like Outrage does more. Earthquake does more. You do hit the like double target thing, but like it's I'm not a fan of it. I will say that much. And we are okay. We brought Bulldoze, being able to chip this down a bit more, but I'm worried that these are just not strong enough moves. So I'm very worried on like how we're actually KOing this that's our child on here. I feel like you're getting quickly to the point where your only way of killing it is like maybe landing a Focus Blast with Uniclus, or like somehow outspeeding the Archaludon and landing an Earth Power. But yeah, this is looking kind of shaky with this Archaludon already. It's definitely not. Yeah, we're at double defense. Well, the good thing about the Bulldoze is that it can help support with the Blood Moon Ursaluna actually Earth powering it later. I can't imagine this is anything besides a Soulfast, so you can make your choice on what Mon you want to try to bully. Do you want to try to bully the Pelipper, or do you want to try to bully the Archaludon? The thing with bullying the Archaludon, yeah, that it's one, it is to scare your Mon, but I don't know if you can quote unquote bully it. I think you're just kind of like tickling it and actually just powering on body presses. So maybe it's doubling the Pelipper is better here, because it's actually like a more realistic goal of killing this Mon with the current Mons on the field. That is really sad. That is maybe one of the saddest things I saw. A dual wing bead doing 8 and 9%, and then dying to a Rocky helmet. That is, oof. That's not good. I will say that much. And that Bulldoze did 7%, and yeah, you need a way to. You're gonna have to bring something out to kill this Archaludon, like, now. Which, is either Blood Moon or Ursaluna or Focus Blast, Uniclus. The Blood Moon, I will say, is in a good spot here. Blood Moon or Ursaluna against, like, a Rain archetype is, like, scary, because not only a Water type attack super effective, usually that means there's some powerful special attackers. like this potential Archaeolodon, but it's about positioned as well as you possibly could have it. It's gonna be faster, and not only that, you don't have to deal with any water type attacks right now. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a Terra on this Archaeolodon, because you know, if you just Terra this and it like survives the Blood Moon or Solarna, it may just run away with the game, because there's gonna be no more Tailwind in this Archaeolodon. Just it's more than likely faster than the rest of the field. So I think it would be a good time to Terra here. You could be Terra flying, could be Terra fighting. Either of those work well enough for me. And we are okay. We don't see a Terra, and the Crocodile just gets blown up. Maybe trying to call out a Terra and punishing the Terra next turn with something else, but it does mean this Archaeolodon gets to start doing more blow. Oh, we're Yawn. Okay, that works. That works very well, actually. Unfortunately, this Archaeolodon might just get another kill. Yeah, that's a big body press, and you're losing Tailwind now. Why do both sides have Rocky Helmet? That's funny. Oh, and we're not Assault Fast. I just assumed we were Assault Fast. Just on the he didn't get hit by any special moves, so like how was anyone be able to tell? But yeah, that means the last move I would have to imagine is Protect, because I would assume Assault Vest is just more valuable than Citrus Berry if you're running 4 attacks here. And here's where things get here's where Vicious Rend Man starts clicking Vicious Rend, and you could just switch into your Pelipper here. And I don't know how much you can really, the other side can really do about it. You get the rain back up. The Quagsire is low enough to where like the Pelipper I think can like do its best to like KO with like 2 Hurricanes or something. But even if the rain goes down afterwards, that's like mostly fine. Because if you just chip this down a little bit for something later in the future, like maybe like a Zapdos, and like Hurricane it or something as well to finish it off, that's like a-okay on the spot you're in. Yeah, I'm getting the Pelipper in now. I like this a lot. I buy Ursaluna. In Power Electric for not a lot. If there's anything, I think it might have been a good time to Yawn again. You know, we see that the Hidden Power Electric would even KO the Pelipper here, so I think Yawn was probably a better play here. This Quagsire is just not outputting enough damage. Here comes Reuniclus. Seeing the Stealth Rock chip damage means that we are not Magic Guard, meaning that I can only imagine we are Regenerator. I wonder, the Vicious Rend might just Oko Reuniclus, despite how bulky it is. You are in the rain, and you are going first. I think it will. Bye-bye. Ice Beam. Okay, we're not... That means we more than likely do not have Hurricane, because Hurricane would do more and give a chance to confuse here. Oh, the crit does make the Pelipper go down, but I don't know if that really matters at this point. This Dracovish, even the wall as Melmetal, unless it's like a Terra that resists water, it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take so much. And if we were sturdy, unfortunately the rocks have now broken that. So that's also bad. Bye-bye. Bye. And I don't think Melmetal is ever going to get there. Are we even going to see a Terra? Do people remember? Oh, that is a Terra. That's not going to help. 88. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, that's what happens when you gotta have a plan for both Dracovish and Archaeolodon, and there just wasn't enough to it. There was a chance to potentially take out of the Archaeolodon earlier with an Earth Power from Blood Moon or Ursaluna. That option wasn't selected. We decided to KO the Crocodile instead. But yeah, that's what happened. It's a very difficult team. This team is so difficult to play against. If you make one wrong move or you're not prepared, this team just ends your run like basically immediately. But that's all. That's all it's gonna be for me today. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.